New pathways. New pathways. What do I mean by that? At my mom's house today, Poway, California. She was having me pull some Christmas boxes down, having me replace some light fixtures and nickel and dime stuff. And an amazing afternoon. Smooth conversation, mom stuff, little mom inputs, some up on the ladder. I'm laughing it off, man. It's funny. And it got me thinking about those old pathways, those old ways of communication, those old habitual patterns of comms, a lot of times between family and friends, co-workers, associates, people we've been around a lot. We get stuck in these habitual pathways of communications. Now, if they're good, good. But a lot of times we get rooted in, especially when we're evolving and we are coming from somebody we didn't really want to be, those old ways of communication can be negative, man. They can be bad. And it was an interesting feeling to recognize how much growth had occurred, how much maturity has occurred over these years when maybe things are said that would have rubbed me the wrong way, but now it's funny and things keep running smooth. Those old pathways, man. We need those new pathways, those new routes. Our mind, the way we are, man, we gotta every once in a while lay down some fresh snow and put down some new tracks. Put down some new ways to move, healthier ways, better ways, more high-speed ways, low drag. Think about the way you could be communicating with somebody in your life. Spouse, for sure, significant other, parents. No, we get caught in these ways of communicating that are not good, oftentimes not healthy, and definitely not beneficial for overall growth and wellness. Think about, and this is challenging ourselves, man. It's not on that other person. It's on ourselves. Nothing anybody can do or say can affect us any type of way. We choose the way we interpret the information, and we choose the way we react, for sure. So be very, very deliberate about laying those fresh tracks down. Don't keep doing the same shit, man. What worked for you in that previous chapter might kill you in the next. We got to change it up. So challenge yourself. If you get are in a bad pattern of communicating with somebody, start setting some new ways. Challenging yourself to communicate differently. Those new pathways, and it's those new pathways here that we are rewiring. We do that in the morning. We visualize who we want to be, who we need to be, who that divine design is that God has for us, who we're supposed to be, man. In that 10.0 vision, we're always cool, calm, collected, easy to communicate. Man, not bothered by much. Smooth. That smooth operator, that smooth communicator. People are how they are. Family definitely is how they are. So be very, very cognizant of how you respond. New pathways, man. Once we start communicating differently, acting differently, we start becoming somebody different. If we start communicating and acting more controlled, more decisive, more deliberate, guess what? We become those things. We become that, we evolve into that elevated state, that elevated being of self. New pathways Those are the routes. Those are the routes to our divine self. Be aware. How are you responding? How are you interpreting the information? This is all very important. It's not just very important. It's got some of the most important stuff because it affects our day. It affects our lens on the world, man. How we're interpreting information. So we have to come correct. You don't just think and visualize yourself into this. We have to start acting a different way. You can't think your way out of something you acted your way into. We've acted our way into habitual patterns of being. We've acted our way into a certain state, the current state. So now we have to act our way out. At the beginning, it's deliberate. Just like when you're practicing a new sport or a new drill, whatever. Man, it's very awkward and it feels a little weird, man. Power through. Power through. And then what once was difficult is now easy. It's now the baseline, now the standard. Then we go move on from there. Can you communicate clearly? Can you interpret information realistically, unbiased? Especially from family, man. We have all these old resentments and old things and old ways of being, and they have an image of who we are when we might be changing. So guess what? It's up to us to show them who we're becoming, who we truly are, not that former, immature, not wise self, substandard self. Got to move on from that. Don't stay who you are. Be who you are. Man, fuck that. Man, be who you're supposed to be. As you would seem be. That's how we lay down the new pathways. That's the new, fresh routes, man. It's exciting. Every day, you get to start being and becoming and acting who you want to be, man. You got to get clear on who that is. Who is that man or woman? That's that designed self of you. Get clear on it. And then fucking start doing it. Be smart. Out here. From Mama Cav's house.